Well, good morning and welcome to the final live for November. Can you believe that? It's going to be December. What, tomorrow? Yeah,
Tomorrow.
tomorrow. It's only 30 days November. How about that? So, yeah, welcome. And I just want to say thank you for each and every person that hops on and watches this video, whether you're watching as part of our wonderful live audience or if you are watching the replay later on, because I know I'm up at the crack of dawn for some of you folks, especially over there on the West Coast or Hawaii, or if you're watching all the way over in Australia, it's the middle of the night. So thank you all for tuning in. It's always good to see each and every one of you. I love interacting with everybody, and it's just such a joy. I just wanted to put that out there for everybody. Anyway, I brought my good friend Tasha back from Tasha Quilts. We had her on a couple of months ago, but I thought it'd be fun to bring her back and see what she's been up to since we talked to her last. So for anyone that doesn't know Tasha, I'm going to let her introduce herself.
Hey, everybody. I'm Tasha from Tasha Quilts. And yeah, I've been quilting for a long time and just started a YouTube channel because I'm obsessed with quilting and my family got sick of hearing about it. So now I tell YouTube about it. So I'm happy to be here. Good morning.
And that's awesome. I love that. I think that's what we talked about last time you were here, is that you're obsessed with quilting, and so am I. And so we get along well. And Tasha and I, we chat back and forth throughout the week and bounce ideas off each other, and it's just really fun that I get to do that with so many people, both other content creators and some of the viewers as well. Anyway, so what did you bring along with you this morning to make?
I am trimming one of my least favorite jobs. I am trimming half square triangles. I am working on this solstice spruce wall hanging. I actually dabbled with my first pre-cut quilt, which I got from Cindy. It's longarmquilter.net. And so it's my first time. I just got the package and got to start sewing it. And so exciting.
Hang on, I'm playing with new
Oh,
toys.
I'm big now.
There you
Here's
are.
the,
Yeah,
here's the pattern I'm working on. So
there you go.
very cute. It'll be a nice little wall hanging when I'm done. 20 by 22, it says.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, now we're back to where we're supposed to be. Sorry, StreamYard has a lot of little toys for me to play with, and I like to learn stuff as I click and share, and sometimes you need like 3 cameras to really figure all this
Yeah,
stuff
no,
out.
I love being a guinea pig. Go for it.
Yep, there you go. Anyway, so I have decided this morning would be a good day to work on some quilting because I haven't done that on the live in a while. Well, you might have seen this in recent episodes where I quilted this a while ago and put the binding. Actually, I think I put the binding on this last week, didn't I? Yeah, we'll go along with that story. I have several more of these blocks, as these were all part of block swaps that I did a couple of years ago. And I
Oh,
thought, these are great practice for me to do free motion quilting, because if I mess it up, it's really not that bad. So we're going to do some free motion quilting on this. And I kind of have a layout in mind of what I want to do. And so that's going to be my little project for this morning. But before we get to that, I just want to say good morning to each and every person that I can see in the chat. And I'm going to miss people, I know that, but we'll do our very, very best. Okay, so it looks like Dragonfly Donna is here with us. Good morning. Good morning to Melanie Taylor. Good morning to Tasha Quilts. We know that nice lady as well. So good morning to you. Rob from Quilting in the Man Cave is here with us. And hopefully I can do it from here. We'll put his link in. Hopefully that works. We'll see what happens. Anyway, Brenda is here with us as well. Good morning. She says, good morning. I hope everyone is doing well. Brenda Foley is here. Deb Esther Pug Mum Quilter is here with us as well. And she has a channel as well. And she's been started her lives quite recently. Orca Quilter Georgia is here with us as well. And that is Miss Lisa. And she has another wonderful channel. She does a lot of early morning lives as well, if you haven't seen her as well. And I think I pretty much caught everybody in there as well. So that's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I think start quilting this and seeing what sort of fun and goodness I can get up to.
I feel like that's very brave to try free motion quilting while multitasking.
I've been successful in the past, and really to me, it's practice, and you're not going to learn and get any skills in this area until you try. So, and I'm kind of hoping that I can inspire somebody to give it a go, because free motion can be scary. I was a stitch in the ditch guy, or kind of still am for the most part, for a very, very long time. and I'm just trying to break out of that mold. And sometimes I try and put off quilting as long as I can, it seems like, for the most part, especially when it comes to free motion, because it's not my favorite thing to do. I'd rather piece stuff. So
I'm in like planning for 2025 what all my, like I said, because I have a quilting problem, all the things I want to accomplish. And this year I wanted to learn more about foundation paper piecing, which I've done a smidge and not a lot. So I think that's going to roll over. But free motion quilting might have to be on my list because I do everything with a walking foot. I love my walking foot quilting, but it would be nice to quilt some smaller things free motion.
and that's what I think is great about these little wall hanging things. Like if you have some, like if you have orphan blocks or something like that, pull them out, slap some batting in it, slap some scrap offcuts. No, what do you call it? Backing.
Yeah.
Just put it on there. Like I don't care what color's on the back of these. I mean, I think this one's purple. It could be pink. I don't know. I just put it on there, and then when I have time, I just hang on, that's the wrong size.
It's great advice.
And then get some fun rulers. And just to me, like rulers to me, like, and I could be wrong on this, but in my little mind, rulers are kind of like training wheels for free motion because it kind of gives you a guide as to where to go.
I like it.
And I'm using a mix. I'm going to use a mix of different tools this morning. This one here is by Quilter's Rule, and it's called Pointed Leaf and Oval. And so I can do these like oval shapes. Well, it's going to look like a leaf when it's done. And then I also have some from a company called Quilt Off, which I found at the Mid-Atlantic show a couple of years ago. She's a nice lady from the western part of Virginia. And she's also a long arm instructor who does a lot of classes at the shows. And I have this one that I'm going to use a little later on. And then this one here, I absolutely love this one here. It almost looks like a ninja star from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
It does.
And so we got to use that one a little later on as well. So
I've never really thought about using a ruler on, like I've always seen long armors use rulers on their long arms, but I never really considered using a ruler on my domestic machine. I might have to, I do like the looks of that Ninja Star one. I might need to look into a Ninja Star ruler.
yeah, you can do a bunch of stuff on it. And she has videos on her YouTube channel as well. And she shows you what you can do with them and that sort of thing there. If you ever see her booth, she has videos, and her and her husband, who runs the booth, are really, really good about talking to you about it. They're very, very friendly. They were really, really nice. The only thing with these quilt off rulers is when you buy them, they're not non-stick on the back, so they can slip a little bit. But if you get yourself like a can, like you can get the stickers that makes it non-slip, or the spray stuff, which is what I've done to these. Once you put that on, they stick down nice and tight, and you don't have to worry about that. So
I recently bought that spray stuff at my local quilt shop when I bought a big ruler, and that's great. That stuff's great. I know it's not permanent, but that's okay.
well, it's been on for a while, and it's funny. Like I pulled these out last night, and I haven't used them in like probably 6 months, and these two are stuck together.
Perfect.
So it works. Like, it's good stuff, and I forget what brand it is, and I don't even see the can right now, but it's like a pink and white one. It's the one the quilt shop recommended to me.
Yep, that's mine too, pink and white.
Okay, because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Just tell me what you recommend, and that's the one I'll buy. You know.
Yep, that's what I did too.
I didn't like the idea of stickers. I want to say good morning to Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. It's so good to see you. If you haven't seen her channel, you need to go check it out. She's a lot of fun. And then my mate Stephen from Bland Designs and Idiot Quilter is here as well. Go check out his channel. He always has a lot of fun stuff. And Miss Andy from True Blue Quilts is here this morning as well, all the way from Arizona. So all the cool kids are here.
I know, that's quite early, Andy.
It is. But Andy likes to hop on and support me whenever she can, and I love her for that. So
I did not know that Andy was such an early bird. Although I guess I did see her live at like 8 a.m. one day my time, which would be quite early for her too.
yeah, I think is it 2 hours behind now? Yeah, because
Yeah, it's weird. Where like it's 3 hours for a while and 2 hours for another. Andy was explaining it to me one day.
Yeah, because they don't celebrate or observe daylight savings.
Right.
And so during the summer, it's 3 hours. See, I'm kind of more used to it because in Australia, only certain states, like here, it's like 48 states celebrate or observe daylight savings, whereas in Australia, we only have 6 states, but only 3 of them have daylight savings. So right now, because it's summertime, New South Wales, Queensland, hang on, New South Wales, Victoria, and I think Tasmania have daylight savings. Queensland doesn't. There's another one. So right now, instead of 3 time zones, there's 5. So yeah, good luck knowing what time it is wherever you're going. Thank goodness for smartphones, and you can just type in what time, what city you want, and what time it's supposed to be, and away you go. Well,
I'm with you on that one, Andy.
so I don't know if you can see or not, but that's the star thing that I'm doing right at the top.
Oh,
Is kind of
wow.
that's what I'm kind of doing with this one as well.
That came out really nice.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about this ruler stuff. And then if you want to use a ruler, you also, well, I guess you can get away with not doing it if you really want to, but they highly recommend that you get a ruler foot, which is kind of, it's a higher foot. So that way the ruler doesn't slide it underneath it. And
Um,
if you look that up for your machine, you can, now you should be able to find it fairly easy. Just type in, machine name, whatever you have, and ruler foot, and then you'll get set up. But if you have certain brands, just beware those things are pricey. This foot that I bought for this Benina was, I think, even if a show special is over $100.
wow. Worth it.
So, oh yeah, I mean, I just figured it was an investment. I'll get my money's worth out of it. And the downside to using these ruler foots too is like with the Benina that has what they call the stitch regulator, which kind of evens out the stitches. You can't use it with this foot, but I kind of like the idea of not having that crutch anyway. And so I'm just going slow and steady, and the stitch length seems to be pretty consistent. I mean, it's not perfect, and I don't know if I'm going to win the awards at the quilt show, but this doesn't, I'm not planning on putting this in any shows, so. Okay. Let me know in the comments if you have ever used a ruler or do any free motion quilting. I'd love to hear in the chat. And if you're watching the replay, please answer that as well if you're able to. Okay, so it looks like Jess from So Blessed by Jess is here with us. Good morning to you. It's always good to see you. She's been on before, and I love watching Jess whenever I can. She's wonderful about going over to other channels and guesting with them and that sort of thing. Good morning, Joyce. It's good to see you. Joyce says, congrats on your machine. Well, thank you for that. But I've actually had this machine, oh goodness, 6, 7, 8 years, I think. I don't pull it out very often. This is my quilting machine. I love piecing on the Brother. The one you see behind me is the one that I work on. I do all my piecing on that just because I love the machine. I just am very comfortable with it, and I've just done it that way. This one I got from a lady at church. I bought it off her. It was well before COVID. And I just do this for quilting. I love this for quilting. It's got more throat space. It handles the quilting really nicely. But yeah, you don't get to see it very often because I don't do a lot of quilting, especially on camera. Although that does need to change. So you may be seeing it more.
Someone was asking in the chat if they knew what the name of the product was, and I could see my can. It is called Odif Grippy Non-Slip Coating.
Yes, I've got the same can. Yeah. So that is the one that it seems like a lot of quilt shops sell it. And it is, I recommend doing a spraying if you can, especially if you're just doing something small like this. Go outside and do it because it is quite potent. Until you use it in a well-ventilated area, and they are not joking. So
yes, definitely do it outside. But it's great.
Yeah.
A nice light coating, and it makes it so when you're actually, I was just saying, I'm thinking in my head, I wish I had done it to this little ruler as I'm trimming. It makes it just so that the stuff stays kind of nice and in location while you're trimming, so you're not slipping.
Yeah, you don't need very much,
No.
which is nice because I mean the cans. What you bought it more recently than me, I'm sure. What $12, $13, 14
Oh,
maybe?
mine says $8.99 on the back.
Oh, okay, so maybe it's cheaper than that. I can't remember how much it was. I just put it in the cart and just said charge
Yeah.
me for it. So there we
Yeah, I think
go.
you'll like it, Donna.
Okay, so Mom and Pop Quilt Shop says that I've used a straight ruler on the long arm. Pop made me a chunk of plexi that's a straight side and the rounded corner I use quite often. That's a fun idea. Yeah, I guess if you have a 1/4 inch plexi and you know someone that knows what they're doing, you can do that as well. That's basically what it is. Brenda says she loves the spray. Mona also uses that spray. Hang on, let me put Mona's link in real quick. Let's see. Oh, that's something I need to do too. Mona says she uses Fallon's rulers for straight line quilting on the Juki. Yeah, she has some like straight line rulers and that sort of thing there as well. So if you like Fallon stuff, definitely check that out as well. That's a wonderful option. I've forgotten about. I keep thinking about that, but not when I'm actually buying stuff. Okay, Sandy says she's just learning free motion quilting on her domestic. Susan says she stinks at free motion quilting and may give it a try on the Juki. My advice is just try, do small stuff at the, just as practice blocks. I've done it on 9-inch, 10-inch squares and done it for bulk hosies. And the nice thing if you do it on that is that if you mess it up, by the time you fold it all up and do the little darts and that sort of thing there, no one's ever going to notice. So, you can do that to make your bulk hosies a little more special and get some practice. Just get out there and practice, practice, practice. And I find the thing that's helped me the most is go slow. If you want a free motion quilt and be a champion, you need to practice a lot before you can be like Angela Walters or those other wonderful people that can do it really, really quickly. I have to go slowly. I'm just enjoying the process. I mean, you can see that I'm going here fairly slowly and fairly steadily. And that's kind of getting me some pretty good stitch length. As I said, it's not perfect, but I am more than content with how it's looking. And a lot of the modern machines now have the stitch length regulator as well, and that helps you keep an even stitch length. But don't worry about the stitch length. Just, I think you kind of need to get the motion, that sort of thing down pat first. Just the feel for it. Is what I'm thinking. Okay, let's see. Melanie says she has a few basic rulers and a ruler bed for it. Nikki B is here with us as well. Melanie says she has a unique 15 Pro that I use in my cutie frame. That is awesome. Oh, that's an idea. Andy says here, donate your practice quilts to an animal shelter. The cats and dogs don't care what your stitches look like. So that's an option. That's a really, really good option. I like that. So that's like Jess says, I want to learn how to do ruler work. I need to get a hold of my local quilt shop after the holiday season. Yeah, definitely try that as well. Then someone was asking about, Teresa was asking here, ruler quilting, do you have a video where you join blocks or rows together? I have not done any videos on this yet. I want to get a little more proficient before I try and teach anybody, but that would be something I would like to do maybe in the new year. So keep an eye out for that. And I'm kind of giving a lesson right now. Just go slow and have some fun with it, and just try different blocks and watch videos. Yeah, go onto YouTube and if you want, and look for different people's techniques and that sort of thing. There, like beginner free motion quilting or ruler work quilting and that sort of thing there, and just see some different options. There's a lot of wonderful teachers out there that will happily teach you how to do it. And I've noticed too, like, once you get started, like even during the middle of a project, you'll see where you started and where you finished, and you'll see a lot of improvement. Don't be critical of yourself. None of us were perfect on our first day.
Chloe.
Chloe's here. Good morning to Miss Chloe. Okay. Shelter Quilter is here. She says, good morning, Sean and Tasha. I have the foot and beginner set of rulers. My friend gave me lessons on her machine. That is awesome. Yeah, I just had them. I started off with the beginner set with these quilters rules, which was this one that I'm using. And then there's a street one, which I use a lot, especially for like I use the street one on the one behind me. And there's like a circle one, which I don't think I've ever used. Actually, no, I lie. I have used that one, but only like once. Not that one. Let's try this. Okay, and that's another option there too. Brenda Foley says here that she got a book from the library, 3 Ways to Quilt As You Go. All right, Quilt As You Go. I have not tried Quilt As You Go yet. That is something I need to try. I was talking to my friend Martha from Martha's Creative Life recently, and she's been trying that. And that is a technique that I need to get a go someday. So maybe there's something else I can do in 2025, because 2024 is running out of time. All right, Melanie says, true, but they need to not have scrappy stitches on them. LL, ask me how I know. Oh, my stitches are not perfect either, don't worry. So, did you have a good Thanksgiving there, Miss Tasha?
I did. We had a great Thanksgiving. We could go to my in-laws for dinner on Thursday. And then on Friday, yesterday, I've made it a little family tradition where we make our own Thanksgiving dinner, just the 4 of us. I have 2 kids that are 4 and 7. So trying to, bring that Christmas magic. So we decorate for Christmas and have our own little turkey dinner. And I got them some sparkling juice and told them it was wine without wine. And they loved that. And wine-free wine. Yeah, and I had a really nice time. And the best part about, well, if you go to somebody else's house, sometimes you don't always get leftovers. So now we have leftovers for this whole weekend. So I'm not cooking all weekend. Everybody's eating turkey, whether they like it or not, until they're sick of it. How about you? How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. We just had a small affair. It was just my wife and the two girls, but that's the way we like it. I'm not a huge crowd person at the best of times. And then we stayed here. We did have an invitation to go to a friend's house, but unlike you, I kind of like staying at home and having the leftovers. So we still have leftovers. We I think what do we have? We had the turkey stuffing. We had a sweet potato casserole with the marshmallows on top. The kids were fascinated by that, and they were very happy with that. Mashed potatoes, little bread rolls, corn pudding. I think that's it. Watch tomorrow's podcast. I took a video of everything we had, so you'll see it on that.
Nice.
But yeah, the girls loved it. This is like their first Thanksgiving, because Thanksgiving is really only a holiday that's celebrated inside the US and Canada. Canada has theirs in mid-October. It's the 3rd Monday in October. But other than that, it's not really something that's celebrated elsewhere. We also watched the quintessential Thanksgiving movie, which was Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
But what kind of dessert did you introduce them to?
Pumpkin cheesecake.
Ooh, solid choice.
Yes, Amanda's really good at making cheesecakes. So I left it up to her. I just helped her where needed. All right, where'd my little scissors go?
I've never made a pumpkin cheesecake, but I've never met a cheesecake I didn't like. So
I know, right? Yeah, no, she does a really good job with those. And so we're still working off that. Still have a bunch of leftovers. The girls loved it. We decorated for Christmas yesterday. I had to work half a day, and then after that we pulled down all the Christmas decorations. I organized my sewing room a little bit so we had room to put some of the stuff that usually is in the living, like where the tree goes. So that was a nice little bonus. I kind of organized some stuff. I found some stuff I haven't seen in a while, and that sort of thing there. So, all right, let's see.
Ooh, pecan pie cheesecake. I love pecan pie and I love cheesecake. Oh man, I now want to
need that. I need that recipe in my life.
Yeah. Mona, what kind of pies did you make?
Yeah, do we need to go to Mona's house? Yeah, see, now we get to find out whose house we got to raid next year.
And Kathy, I'm with you. I am in half square triangle trimming. I don't think I'm trimming 60, but probably like 30. So we're in it together.
Okay, so if you ever I don't know if you've seen these things, but these things are a gift from God. The trim locks from Fallon at Soviet Quilts.
I've heard, what are those one? Are those trim locks you said?
They're called trim locks. They come in a variety of sizes. They're in half inch increments. They go from 2 inch all the way up to 6.5.
I need that.
Yes, they are worth every penny you pay for them. I bought them about 6-7 months ago, and for a while I didn't use them. But quite recently I've been using them more and more. I love these things. They're just so easy to put down. You just trim it up, and like you can put it down on the. Can I show it on the camera here? Yeah, you trim and then you spin, and you don't really have to move the block. Like you just trim it around and spin it 4 times, and you're done. But these things are fantastic. I love them a lot. I use them quite often now. So
Well, I do need to look into something. And Andy, I do have a rotating mat. That's what this is sitting on. But the bottom part and the top part, ever since I got it, they like come apart. So sometimes I just don't feel that it's worth the hassle of trying to rotate it. I feel like this was a lemon of a rotating mat, unless there's some trick to these things to make them so they don't pop apart that I don't know about. But the top and the bottom seem to come apart more than not.
yeah, I've never had a rotating mat. I've been interested in getting one, but then I just find something else shiny to spend my money on, so I haven't got around to it yet. So a fun update for everyone. I've talked about Toasty the Dragon for who knows how long. The FPP project. And I finally ordered fabric for it yesterday. So now I really have no more excuses once it arrives not to start it.
It's time.
So that'll probably be an early 2025 project, to be honest. But I'm scared and excited all at the same time to start that project and see where that leads me.
And that's
So right
you said
now,
it's a big foundation paper piecing project.
sorry?
Did you say that was foundation paper piecing?
Yes, it is. Do I have it nearby? Hang on.
Is that like one of the legit kits ones or something?
It is. Yeah, I bought the pattern because I didn't want to.
Oh,
Because I didn't want to do it.
wow.
I didn't want to do it in the red, and I was going to make it purple, blue, something else. And then I was talking to who I call my work mom, like my best buddy at work, who basically I'm one of her adopted sons, and she loves dragons, and so I showed her this a couple of months ago, and I said, "Okay, what color do you want?" "Oh, I want the red." I was like, "Okay, well that makes my life easier because I don't have to then try and translate all the colors."
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. I probably just should have bought the kit a couple of years ago. It would have been a lot easier. But I've got a lot of scraps. One of my generous viewers sent me the excess fabrics from her block of the month that I did, Vortex, which has a lot of the scraps that I need for a lot of those colors. So I didn't need to buy a whole lot. Well, at least I hope I don't. If I might find that I run out of something, and if I do, I'll just duck down and grab some more. So there we go. All right. Well, thank you very much, Mona, for that. She just sent a $9.99 happy leftovers. What are they called? Super chats, I think they're called. I can't remember all the technical names for that. So thank you so much for that, Mona. That's very, very much appreciated. Okay, let's see.
Donna
Alexandria.
She has the same mat as me, and it was broken when delivered. I glued that sucker, and it works. Donna, I might need to find you and figure out how, because I am common senseless. I might need to figure out what you glued. Maybe just the middle. I don't know. I want information on that.
Oh, for sure. Okay, let's see. Good morning to Miss Laurie. She says, hi, Sean, Tasha, and everyone in the chat. She has a wonderful channel as well. Let's show her. She should be in the system. Okay. All right. Alexandra Span says, I want to do Toasty so bad, but the price. Okay, so I had the same issue with that. The kit, I think if you buy all the fabric and all the goodies in it, I think it was what, $399 or something like that. It's not cheap. But I had a lot of solids here. So I figure I'll buy that pattern. That's $89.99, which is still not cheap. But I figured I could just use a lot of what I have here, and it'll knock the price down. And I
But
think I
that's a
spent
stunner of a quilt, so I feel like it's worth it. Like if you're gonna put your time and energy, I feel like that's like
oh, for
the
sure.
effort
And I
that
mean,
went
if you
into
buy a lot
designing
of kits, a lot of the kits these days, doesn't matter what kit you buy. Whoops. Um, they're going to cost about that sort of money. So I mean, it's not out of the
right.
realm. It's not super expensive, but I want to keep my costs down too. So I figure I'll just use what I have, and I think I spent maybe $45, $50 on additional fabric, so that should get me out of trouble. So I think for the quilt top, it might be 150 or so. Plus the background fabric I already had on hand, so maybe 200. So I'm probably doing it for about half the price of what it costs. So if you have stuff on hand, um, that might be a way to do it. Good morning to Miss Joyce. It's good to see you. Dragonfly Stunner says middle of it, I believe, use my crafting glue. Yeah, this stuff here is what I use for my crafting glue. It works well for everything. It's called tacky glue.
Oh,
I think
okay.
I bought it from Michael's. Aliens Original. Yeah, anytime I need it for sticking anything together. Oh, there's my pink can of spray. I just found it. So there we go.
You organized your room, so it's hard to find things.
I know, right?
That'll do it.
All right. So Susan says so far she hasn't seen a legit kit she's wanted to make. I found a few that I'd like to make, but I don't know that I'm going to be an FPP guy. I really, really like my small piecing, like from the Elizabeth Hartmans and the East Projects. I don't know. Maybe I'll make this and I'll be a convert. You just never know. Okay. Alexandria Span says, Sean, I did it. I posted my video on the other channel. It's not perfect, but I faced my fears and did it. That is awesome. I'm going to have to go check that out. What is your channel name? Because I don't know that I remember that. I got a bad memory though, so it's just bad. Okay, poor Chloe says that her oven went on the fritz the day before Thanksgiving, and I did not make
Bummer.
pumpkin pie. The
Dang
thing
it,
that saves
Chloe.
my tail is I have a double oven, and if you ever have the option to get a double oven, it's a lot more expensive. Spend the money because it's well worth it. How ours works is like, like with a regular oven, you have the oven, and then underneath you have that storage drawer.
Mm-hmm.
That's flipped, but instead of having a storage drawer, that little section at the bottom is now at the top. That becomes your smaller oven, and you end up using that for 90% of your cooking. This is what the salesman told me at the appliance store. He's like, you use that small oven for like 90% of your stuff, which is so true. And it heats up a lot quicker. Like you can heat it up to 350 or 180 Celsius for our friends outside the US. Heats up so much quicker, like 4 or 5 minutes, it's already at temperature, whereas it takes a lot longer. And I hardly ever use my bottom oven.
Well, you could be an oven salesman because I am convinced that I need one now.
Well, I was not convinced at first because like the regular ovens, and this is 10 years ago, so I mean, I don't know how much they cost these days, but I think it was like $600, and the double oven was closer to 12. Like it's double the price. Worth every penny. Like if that thing died today, I would go to the appliance store and I'd spend the $1,200 again in a heartbeat. And I hate spending money. So, and when it comes to Thanksgiving, it's fantastic because if you need to cook something at 350 and something else at 375, you can slap it all on at the same time and away you go. I can slow cook my turkey, which is what I do each year now, in the oven for 4 or 5 hours. I'm not worried about it because if I want to cook something else, I just put it in the little oven.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I may have worked retail for some time in the past. Not as more customer service, not necessarily sales. I don't know. I don't like selling stuff. It's not really
Yeah, me
my
neither.
go-to.
Oh, we got a lot of FEP chatter.
Yes. All right. So yeah, Andy says she's glad to be done with FPP for a while. Just finished 70 stars for the woven heart quilt along with a fat quarter shop. Yeah, she was working on that. Gosh, I think she showed us that at the last guild meeting. It looks stunning. was like, I saw it somewhere, but I was like, I don't think I saw it on a channel. But yeah, no, it looked really, really good. I did see that. Andy says she has a Judy Niemeyer in her queue. Love those quilts. Yes, so do I. And I don't know when or if I'll ever get around to that one thing. That thing terrifies me. I've got to get Toasty done first before I can even think about that one. So
Brenda's working on the lion, the lion from Pride and Joy quilts. It's an
okay.
FPP. That's a beautiful pattern too.
Oh, Pride and Joy. That's what is it? Verushka out there in California. Oh, she makes some stunning stuff. You know, if I was more of an FPP fan, I'd probably go out and buy some of her stuff. You see, I see her a lot on Instagram. She does a lot of. I don't know if she has a YouTube channel, but she does a lot on. If it's the same person I'm thinking of, she does a lot on Instagram, and she does a lot of classes and instructions at some of the major shows these days. I think she's been at QuiltCon. Road to California. I'm kind of hoping she comes out the road to Virginia next year because it'll be fun to meet her.
I impulsively booked a hotel room down for road to Virginia, and I'm thinking I might make a road trip down. 6 hours, so that's not bad.
No, I'm really looking forward to that show. I think it'll be a lot of fun. It's the Road to California is coming out east next year at the end of June, I think it is.
Yep.
Okay. It's an hour and a half up the road, so whatever weekend it is, I'm probably going to do my live and then run up there. And although that might put me up there a bit late, I don't know. We'll work that out, but I'll be up there on the Saturday at least.
I'm going to be there if I decide to pull the trigger and go. I got a room for Friday night, so I would leave work, drive down, and then be there Saturday, and then drive home Saturday after.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that because Richmond is not, it's not far away. It's well under an hour and a half. It's a lot closer than Raleigh, which is where QuiltCon is.
Yeah, I think I'm going to make the drive for that too.
Yeah, I think it's from Richmond. I think it's like 2 hours for you. So it'd just be like 8 hours for you. It was nice for me. I got up at like 6 o'clock that morning and just drove down there for the day. Shook some hands, gave people some hugs, took some photos, and then once 4 o'clock rolled around, I got in my car and I drove home.
Perfect. Michelle just said she subscribed to me and she was number 976. Oh my
yes,
God.
I forgot. Yeah, she is so close to 1,000 subscribers. So if you have not subscribed to Miss Tasha, you need to, because I always feel like when you're in that 925 to 999 mark, it's like you just want to get to that 1,000. You really do. Like you've worked so hard, and I remember that when I was in that mark, and yeah, it was hard because you're like, I'm so close.
And my
So
7-year-old is like, the fact that he has a mom that's on YouTube, he thinks that's pretty cool because he's 7, and of course we went to one of my local quilt shows where my quilts were hanging, and someone goes, "Are you the YouTuber?" It was like someone, and now my son thinks like I'm famous because somebody recognized me, from YouTube, but really she just recognized me because we're in the same quilt guild. And he keeps checking my subscribers because he's like, "You're so close to 1,000, Mom." And don't you know, like over the last 2 days, I've been losing some like subscribers. Like I've been going down like 1 or 2. Like I don't know. I assume it's like bots or something. And he's like, "Oh no, Mom." So he's gonna be thrilled when he sees I'm up to 976 because that was I was below that when he went to bed last night. So
well, hopefully we'll get you to the 1,000 or very, very close to it by the end of the day. That'd be really, really neat.
Everyone counts. So thank you, everybody. Oh, thank you all. Thank you. Donnell, come on. You can't figure out a way to subscribe twice, but thank you.
Right. I'll if I can find my second account a little later.
Oh, that's okay.
I think I'm going to do some echoing on this now. So I'll put the ruler away. And that's the other thing actually about these ruler foots is it's like a 1/4 inch around it. So you can kind of just use that as a guide. Like I just go up to where the stitching is last and go around that. And then that way you're about a 1/4 inch away.
Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you so much.
Yes. Okay. Mama J says Brenda, I am on the last block. Get to film it today so I can showcase the rest of the quilt blocks and tag Mary. I ran into a slight roadblock. No flesh tone for Santa. LOL. Oh yeah, that's about it. Oh, that's what I found yesterday when I was cleaning up my sewing room. I was mentioning the other week I ran out of white fabric. I didn't run out of white fabric. I had like 3 yards of it. I just misplaced it, but it's no longer lost. It's now been found. So. Yeah, if you can't find your fabric, clean up your sewing room. It'll reappear at some point, hopefully.
They they just said I'm already up to 984. You guys are the best. My son is gonna lose his mind. I might be losing my mind with him, but
Oh, it's exciting to get to that 1,000. It's an absolutely huge milestone, and I always get excited for all my quilty friends when we get close to that. When we get close to that, I get more excited about that. 987 now, so 13 to go. Now we're going to sound
thank you
like one of
so
those
much.
telephones. Is that what they call them?
Yeah,
It's like,
we're
can we
not
get to
signing off.
990?
You guys are making my day. Thank you.
Go wake up your friends. Get them out of bed. Tell them
Yeah.
to strike the tide for right now. Can we get to 1,000 before the end of the live stream? That might be a tall ask, but you never know. Maybe we can. That'd be really fun.
Oh my God. So fun. It's just so like humbling that like so many people have subscribed from just like some videos of me chatting, and it's just so nice to think that like, there's people out there who like listening to me talk about the things I like to talk about. So just so nice.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I really feel like that too every Saturday morning. Like I am a hot mess every Saturday morning, but every Saturday, so many people hop up and watch me, every week, and I'm just really so humbled by that, because I don't feel like I'm anybody, special. I'm just this crazy dude that um
Like sewing.
like sewing. Okay, Alexandria Span says I decided to do Vlogmas. Oh yes, you'll learn what I'm about to do. I've said no to Vlogmas, but maybe not. So we're not going to say too much more about this right now. But yeah, stuff will be coming forthwith in the next couple of days. Now, talking about Vlogmas, my wife has a channel. It is called Dog Mom Knits. Let's see. I think I have her in the list. If not, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. She is a wonderful knitter. She is as far as I'm concerned, she's a state champion a couple of years ago because she got best in section for knitting. So that's not state champion. I don't care. I think it is. And in my mind, she is, and that's all that matters. So she has had a channel. She hasn't posted in quite some time, but she's doing Vlogmas. And she is going to have her premiere tomorrow tomorrow afternoon at 5 p.m. So if you have any interest in knitting or just want to support her by showing up to the premiere, she would love you forever. And that'll be a lot of fun. So she's going to do Vlogmas. What she usually does is she buys a Christmas Advent yarn thing where it's usually like little minis of yarn, like 20 grams or 2/3 of an ounce, and it's usually themed. This year it's going to be Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is the theme that she bought, and we usually try and guess the color or try and guess what the name of it is. And so usually the kids and I try and guess, and the kids beat me terribly. I'm always stone levelist last, but we have a lot of fun. So keep an eye out for that, and she's going to be doing that on the odd numbers of December up until the 23rd. So yeah, if you want to support her in that way, we would love you forever. We'll love you forever even if you don't. But if you have any interest in knitting, she's a lot of fun, and it's really good to see her getting back into her channel as well, because it's been a long time between drinks for that one. So that'll be at 5 p.m.
Yeah, I'll
Eastern.
definitely check it out. That sounds great. I love watching knitting and crochet YouTube channels. I find that sometimes to be like I like falling asleep to crochet and knitting, even though I was a terrible knitter. I did like to crochet, but I still love watching them make all those I don't know. I think because I know how it's so hard for me to do, I find it so impressive.
Oh yeah, and she just does it so well. She's a YouTube graduate just like I am. So all right, let's see where we're at. Okay, 994. We are 6 away.
Shut up. Really?
Okay, so good morning to Mennonite Farmhouse. It is good to see you again. She says she wants to learn how to knit. Amanda does have some tutorials on her channel, and I just put her link in as well. And the other wonderful resource, there's a lot of wonderful knitting resources out there. Amanda would tell you if her videos don't work for you to check out another channel called The Crazy Sock Lady. And her name is Kayla. She is a wonderful lady. Let me grab her. So you come onto a quilting live and you got to learn all about knitting. How about that? Let me go grab Kay's Crazy Sock Lady. I love her channel name. She knits like 100 pairs of socks a month. She has 74,500 subscribers, so that's who I want to grow up and be one day. We'll put her link in real quick. Okay, Alexandra, can you put what your channel name is? I know you can't put the link in, but I can. I'll get you added in because, yeah, I'm very interested to see what you have going on for Vlogmas. Okay, so Andrea says she's back. She's subscribed. Lynn says the first day into December should be a beautiful chocolate brown yarn. It may be. We have no idea. We've got the packages in for the yarn. We just don't know what it is yet. We like to have a guessing game with it. It's a fun little event that we do each year. And some of the other knitting podcasters do similar things as well. There's another one called Nitty Natty. She has her husband guess. I think that's probably where we borrowed the inspiration for that from.
Donnell wrote, Sean, if Tasha hits 1K while on your live stream today, then I'll do a giveaway on my channel today of a 3D binding spool. Ooh, winner must be in the US as I cannot ship outside of the US. Donnell, that is so fun. Thank you.
Yeah.
Quilting in the Man Cave, thank you.
Yeah, that's Mr. Rob.
And Mama
Oh,
J.
now there we go. I love this. Okay, Mennonite Farmhouse says, I'm thinking of doing the 12 days of cookies on my channel. Okay, you need to do that, and we will all watch happily. Yes, yes, yes. And 12 days of cookies. I can be about that. That'd be a fun spin to do one year. Maybe do like the 12 days of Australian Christmas or something. And then, like I was telling Tasha about this earlier, but in July, I've always wanted to do a Christmas in July thing because I've been here 20 some years. I'm still getting used to this whole idea that Christmas is cold. It's supposed to be warm. It's supposed to be hot. You're supposed to go to the beach after you have your Christmas dinner or at a local lake. So I think Christmas in July is a good idea because it would be warm here. So stay tuned for that. We'll have some fun details for that. Okay, let's see where we're at here, and then we'll go check out the subscriber count and see where we're at. I think we got to hit the 1,000. I really, really do.
We're getting close. Now I'm going to have to refresh. 996, it's saying. Oh my God, I can feel the little tears in my...
All right, well, hang on. We're about to make it 997 in a second. All right, there we go. Spin back.
Lynn is saying that maybe the Amanda link takes her to a block report page.
Sorry, what's that?
You might want to check your exclamation point Amanda link after this.
Oh, okay. Am I doing that wrong? Apparently I'm doing that wrong. Okay, hang on. We'll fix that. Nice thing is we can fix this stuff pretty quickly.
Oh, good. We don't want anyone accidentally blocking anyone.
Oh, no, I can't spell knit. What's wrong with me? Okay. Yeah, she's at 776, which is really cool.
Andy, I literally just said to Sean before this that if it wasn't for the last minute, nothing would get done. So I'm with you. I'm excited to check out. Andy's doing AccuQuilt.
That's the right command.
Oh, Chloe's saying the Amanda link worked for her, so maybe it was just a fluke.
I'm guessing so, yeah, because sometimes things change and someone needs to tell me about it. But yeah, I just pulled this thing, so yeah, it should be working all right. Okay, let's see.
Oh my God, I'm at 999.
We need one more person. One more. If you have a second account, a third account, go over there. We got to hit the 1,000. I can feel it in my bones now. We are going to get 1,000 subscribers for Tasha, and it's going to be a joyous, joyous day. This is awesome. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed and you like Tasha, go over it and check that out. Okay, so this is what we've done. Let's see. We'll make me big. I don't know why you want to do that. Hang on, that's not the right one. This is so fun. I can do this. You can't
Oh,
really
that
see
looks
it.
really, really nice. That looks really, really nice.
Yeah, so that's what they call echoing. You just kind of go, like, you do your first one, then you kind of go around it. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So I'm really happy with that part. And then this morning I did this as a practice, like just the circles around the. Oh, come back tomorrow and see it. Camera's not behaving itself, but that's okay. You know, like it's not the end of the world. Okay, good evening to Miss Jan. It's good to see you. She says, I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Alexandra says, like I said, it's my first quilting video. My dog barks through the whole video, but I did it and it can only get better from here. Yes, we need to put people back to where they belong. There we go. You don't need to see my ugly mug big and bright all the time. Okay. Okay, what was I saying? Now I forget. Oh yeah, when you start your channel, you know, the first video is not going to be perfect. Mine sure as heck wasn't. But you know, every video gets easier and you learn as you go along.
It's crazy. Oh, are you serious?
Have we done it? We have to have done
1001. Oh my God.
Oh,
Thank you
we've
so
done it.
much, everybody.
All right.
I'm so excited.
Me too.
Oh my God, my son's gonna freak out. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Thank you guys.
That is awesome. Okay, so
That's such a big achievement. Yay, thank you.
I'm so happy for you. It's always so good to see someone else hit that 1,000 mark because it really is, for a content creator, a huge achievement. And I'm glad that you got there. So
thank
congratulations.
you, everybody. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm a very emotional person. I'm very excited.
Hey, take this moment, just enjoy it. I'm so glad that we could all, like everybody could help you do that because you know, it's not just one person, it's a lot of people all came together, believe in you, and
yeah,
helped
like
you get
listening
there.
to me yap. Thank you guys. Yes, happy dance.
So now we move on to 1,500, 2,000, 3,000, and beyond.
Now Donnell's gonna do a giveaway on our channel, so we'll make sure we all go see Donnell.
Yes, you'll visit Donnell at 10.
Oh, so exciting.
I think I'll do a giveaway too. What am I going to give away? Let me see. All right, let's play the giveaway thing. Why don't we do? So this is only for the people in the live chat. Settings. Let's see. We'll do a keyword giveaway.
Ooh.
I'm thinking let's do like a $25 gift card to your choice of merchant. Okay, hang on a second. We'll do exclamation point 1,000. So if you put in exclamation 1,000, that will get you into the giveaway. We'll keep it open for maybe, let's say, 10 minutes. And then we'll go from there.
And if you're putting in $25, I'm putting in $25. So we'll make it a $50 giveaway.
Or do you want to do 2 winners?
Or 2 winners. That sounds good too. I like 2 winners.
Okay, so I'm seeing the entries come in, and this is a good test for me too because Amanda's She said she might be doing a giveaway tomorrow. She is. So this is a good way for us to test to make sure this thing works. So this is awesome. Okay, so I'm seeing everybody come in. It looks like Pasita. There's a bunch of people coming in. Okay, so if you put in !1000, you are entered. If you want me to check the entries, we can real quick, but it's working perfectly just like it's supposed to. And you can only enter once. If you do it more than once, it's just got to kick you back. So
Oh my God, this is the best day ever.
All right, so let's say at 9:05 a.m. Eastern, we will close this giveaway and then we'll pick 2 winners. I think I can pick 2 winners. I'm pretty sure I can. We'll soon find out. If we can't, we'll just do a second giveaway, you know.
Yes, for sure. Thank you all. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
So yeah, see, we're all celebrating together, and we're just gonna. It might end up being a day of giveaways, you know, because we're doing one here. Donnell is generously.
Yeah, so make sure you
decided.
go find Donnell's channel.
Yep, she's at 10. So let's see. Best day ever. Yep, absolutely. I agree with that there, Miss Chloe. So Donnell's at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Chloe's been hanging out on all my lives since my very first one.
Yeah, she's a wonderful supporter. She's been a supporter of mine for a long, long time. I actually got to meet Chloe in person. Was it last year? I think it was last year. She was in the area when the Mid-Atlantic Quilt Show was on. So I had like I offered a meet and greet there, and she came along, and we sat down and chatted for a while. I talked to her, and I talked to one of her kids, and it was a lot of fun getting to know her because she's up there in the Rhode Island area, and I don't really ever get up that way. So it was a good opportunity to meet her. Yes, Andrea says that she has also offered to give away a patent download. Okay, so we'll give that away as well. That is fun. Well, thank you so much for that. Okay, so let's see where we're at with the giveaway. It looks like we have 35 entries, so that is awesome. Okay, so we got a lot of entries. And it looks like and if you're in Canada, we'll do I'll figure out the difference. You know, we can figure out a merchant up there in Canada as long as I can buy a gift card or something online. Okay, Teresa says here that it's not acknowledging that people are getting a ticket. It's not going to. This works a little differently to the ones that you might see in like So Becker and that sort of thing there. But Teresa, let me see. I can double check you're in here. Basically, if you put Teresa, you are in. So not a problem. Yeah, if you've put in the 1,000, it's logging in. But if you want me to check your name, just put check or something like that, and I'll put in there. But I am seeing the entries come in, so that's a good thing. Oh yeah, Amazon gift cards work for overseas. Yeah, as like I'm thinking like, you know, whether it's Amazon or Fat Quarter Shop, you tell me what you want. If you win, you tell me what you want, and we'll make it work for you. And it's the nice thing of the gift cards, so I'm not paying postage. So you can, yeah, it doesn't matter if it's, you know, Australia, Canada, US, that sort of thing there. But it'll be basically, I'm thinking $25 and then, you know, in Australia that's worth like 40. Canada might be 35, whatever it is. You know, like we'll just do it for $25 and work it there as well. So, okay, mad about patchwork in Canada. Okay. Let me go look at that real quick. I'm getting so distracted, but that's okay. We're celebrating right now. Channel.
Okay. Thank you guys so like you not even just made my day, you've made my whole month. I'm so excited.
That's awesome. Okay, so we've got 39 entries. So yeah, it looks like everybody that's put an entry in is going in, so that's good. All right, so we've got like 5 more minutes before we stop that. And then we'll draw 3 winners because the first 2 will be the $25 gift cards. And then the third one will be the patent from Andre, who does wonderful work. She has some beautiful, beautiful patents. So it doesn't matter which prize you win, you will have a wonderful gift.
And Sean, when this gets reposted on YouTube, I'll be able to reread the live chat, right?
Eventually.
Okay.
How it works with that, that's a good question. If you come and watch the live chat shortly after this occurs, you won't see the live chat. It takes about 8 to 10 hours to process through YouTube, whatever they do. After that, you'll be able to see the chat. But if you want to know who the winner is, I can send you that information. So
cool. Yeah, and I also just want to go back to everybody. Like, it's been hard to keep up where everybody's got these channels and subscribing, and I want to go give it all back to everybody.
Yeah, usually about 9, 10 o'clock in the evening, and so it might actually be closer to 12 hours.
Right,
Is when I usually see.
When I wake up.
Yeah, check them tomorrow morning. Will definitely be good. And so right now I'm just doing curves in the white spaces just for in the white spaces here. I'm also trying to read the chat as well, and I'm not doing a great job multitasking this morning, and I apologize in advance for that. So Andrea says here that hers will be a PDF download. Oh, geez, that's not good. My quality, not that. So yeah, hers will be available for anyone in the world. So yeah, we're both, all the giveaways will be for anyone, doesn't matter where you are. That's what I like about the gift cards is that we don't have to restrict it just to the US because, yeah, postage is crazy. Like, it's nuts inside the US, let alone trying to ship something to our friends up north or south or east or west. So,
Thank you, Candace. Thank you so much. I always see you commenting.
okay, yeah, Candace says correct. Tasha, love watching the videos. To sub to channels that have subbed to you, please wait 72 hours because YouTube frowns on that sub for sub. They might unsubscribe you. Okay.
All right.
That's interesting.
I'll wait until next weekend, but I'll do it.
Yeah. I think it all depends too, like if it's happening a lot. Like if you know they subscribe to you and then you do it back, they may not flag you. But if it's if they're like 100 people doing the same thing that same day, that's when they start thinking it's a bug.
Yeah.
Because sadly, like I get emails from time to time that says, "Hey, do you want to buy 1,000 subscribers?" And I'm like, "No, I don't."
Everyone's very interested in your rulers.
Oh, yes. So these are called, I've actually used two different ones. The first one is by a company called Quilter's Rule, and I'll put the link in the description. I'll put the link there in a minute. It's quiltersrule.com. I've got this one here. This is a straight one. But the ones I'm currently using are by a small company out in Roanoke, Virginia called Quilt Off, and they have all sorts of different shapes, and they do this nice yellow color. And I'll put the link. It's juliaquiltoff.com. Let me just put that in. So the yellow ones I'm using right now are from Julia Quiltoff. They do have a physical store and an online store as well. I bought these at, hang on, I need to put 3 W's there. www.juliaquiltoff.com. She's a really, really nice lady. Her husband is really, really nice as well. I got to speak to both of them at the quilt show last year. It's where I bought all these rulers because that was kind of the thing I wanted when I went to that show was some more rulers, and I like the Quilter's Rule ones as well, but I like the different shapes and what I could do with these ones a little more. So that's kind of where I gravitated to these ones as well. But I love both companies, so you can't go. I would recommend them both. But if you do buy these ones, just make sure you get some non-stick stickers or something else, unless they've changed it. The ones I bought were not non-stick, but quick spray and that soon fixed that. Yes, and that's so true too. Andrea says even if you just put a heart in the comment, YouTube counts as a comment in the algorithm. Yeah, every time you do something with a video, whether you like it, whether you dislike it, a comment, a heart, that sort of thing there, a quick comment, it all helps, because it's counted as an interaction, and that's what they want the viewers to do and stick around and that sort of thing there. I need to quit doing this because my stitching's now getting horrible. That's okay, though. You live and learn, right? All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to close out the giveaway. All right, so we have 42 entries, which is really neat. Okay, we've done all that. All right, so we've got to pick a winner. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like my friend Laura Sup is the winner. So, Laura, I do need you just to say something in the chat, so that way we know you are a winner. Because I do require you to be present. So we'll give you a couple minutes. All right, good morning, Miss Linda. She says, good morning. Oh, I overslept because it's cold outside. What's the weather like here in Florida in the 40s? Well, very good. Okay, Laura, let's see where you are.
Oh, she's here.
She's here. Okay, there she is. Okay, perfect. All right. So that is good. Okay, so Laura is winner number one. I need to get a pen and write this down because otherwise I'm
I
going to
can write
forget.
that down if you want to.
Oh, I'm good.
Okay.
Laura, so Laura, I need you to send me an email at theguywhosews.com. Oh, hang on, theguywhosews.com. Hey, if you're looking for perfection, you are not in the right place. Okay, so there's my email address there. Okay, good morning, Charlotte. It's good to see you. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw for winner number 2. Let's see how this works. Okay, so our next winner is Janice van der Stack. I'm probably butchering that name, and I apologize in advance, but you are the next winner. And so you've also won a $25 gift card, US dollars, to a merchant of your choice. Oh yeah, Laura, when you send me the email, let me know where you want your gift card to as well. And so that way I can get that for you.
Good morning, Jade. Sean, can you say good morning to Jade? It's Alexandria's granddaughter.
G'day, Jade. How you doing? It's good to see you. Thank you for tuning in and watching. It's so good to have you, and thank you for being part of this morning's live stream. All right, so Janice, we're still waiting to hear from you. We'll give you a couple more minutes. Yeah, so this has been really fun. We've got you to 1,000. We're doing a fun little giveaway.
So fun.
Good morning, Miss Janice. It's good to see you. So we've done that. Where'd my scissors go?
I cried for the first time on the internet.
Oh, okay. Janice is here. So she is winner number 2. So again, if you can send me an email when you get a chance. If I don't hear from you guys in the next 48 hours, then we'll have to do another giveaway another day. But I'm pretty sure both of you will contact me pretty shortly. Just let us know where you want your gift card to. And this is the one you're going to do, right?
Yep.
Tasha? Okay. And I'll pass the information on to you. So, all right, and then we will do one more winner, and this will be for the patent from our friend Andrea over at Mama J Enterprises, and this will be a PDF file. And so, again, all of these are going to be worldwide, so it doesn't matter where you live. We will get you all set up. All right. Oh, my friend Pasita, congratulations. You have won the free patent. So if you're still in the chat there, Pasita, let us know, and I will get you set up with Andrea. I have both your email addresses, actually, so getting you two connected will be fairly easy. So just let me know that you're in the chat, and then that way we will be good to go.
I wish I could give you all a hug if you're huggers, but if you're not huggers, I could just give you a fist bump. But thank you all. I am a hugger. So if we were all in person right now, I'd be hugging everybody. So maybe it's
That's
good we're
awesome.
not, because I know there's many people out there that are very hug aversion.
Okay, and Pasita is here as well, so she says, "Oh, thank you." Okay, so that was fun. We had a little bit of giveaway goodness there, and as I said, it was a good test, a great test run for me for tomorrow. Because when Amanda does her giveaway, she will, she was asking how it worked, and I'm like, "Well, I haven't done it in a while. So can I repeat the email? Absolutely. It is the guy who sews at gmail.com. I really should put that down as a command. Okay, Janice says, I need a Nightbot tutor. Is it available to all YouTube channels? Yes, it is. And there are some good tutorials out there. But if you need help with that, Janice, you let me know, and you and I will sit down there for about 20 minutes and get you all set up. It's fairly easy.
I should
Which is
definitely
nice.
look into that too. Oh, good. There's lots of huggers in the chat. I have that would be fun to do a giveaway too. I've never even thought about doing any of that.
Yeah, I just haven't. I always forget about it. I'm terrible. I probably should do more of them. I thought it used to be more cumbersome to do it on Nightbot, but they've done some updates on it since I've done the last one, and this was super, super easy. So now I can kind of teach people how to do it because I kind of figured it out on the fly this morning. So
Oh, maybe I'll do that and try to do one in my live on Thursday.
there you go. Yeah, you can do your thousand subscriber
Yeah,
giveaway if
that
you
sounds
want.
good.
All right, so we've got people giving fist bumps. They're saying a lot of huggers here. So yeah, I'm so happy for you. I really am. Like it's always fun to be able to celebrate another 1,000 subscriber landmark with someone else.
I am in upstate New York near Syracuse, New York. So, relatively close to Delaware, a driving distance to Delaware.
Oh yeah, I mean I was from Delaware. It's like 4 hours, I think it was, because I wasn't far from your neck of the woods a few weeks ago.
Right.
Because I was up in near Saugerties and Poughkeepsie and all that sort of stuff.
Of course, I got so distracted. I definitely cut this a little bit under. That's all right. We're going to wing it.
Okay. All right. Yes, and StreamYard's okay. Mennonite Farmhouse says she likes using StreamYard giveaway tool. I didn't know StreamYard's had a giveaway tool. Do you have the paid subscription or okay, so let's see. Brenda's jumping up and down for you. That's awesome. Hugging is great for your mental health. It is. It really is. I'm not a huge hugger, but depends on who it is. I'm happy to give out hugs at quilt shows. So if you ever meet me in person, you want a hug, I'll happily give you one.
So funny, Mennonite Farms. Janine was on my first live I ever did was with Sean, and Janine was in there. And do you know that I had my quilts in a quilt show that same day, and she went and saw my quilts in a quilt show, and we ended up exchanging numbers, and she texted me selfies in front of we are so close together, Janine and I, and we met on this live. It's so crazy.
I know.
And then
I remember watching that. That was fun.
it was so fun. And then Susan says she likes the quilt behind me. Thank you so much. I am so proud of this quilt. It is the first quilt I ever designed, and I wrote a quilt pattern and released it. So, a little self plug if you really like curves. It's called Pinnacle Pop. But this is the baby size, and I just got the borders on, so I got to rip it down this weekend and start quilting it.
All right.
Woodstock, New York is, I think, pretty close, like a couple of hours away, I want to say, from where I'm at. I've never popped in over there or anything like that. I don't drive by it regularly.
How does Woodstock sound familiar to me?
Because it used to be a huge music festival. Woodstock.
Right. I don't know, but maybe we had a shipment go there from work or.
Oh, maybe.
Kingston. Oh, that's why I know where it is. Because I wasn't far from there. We were looking when we were looking for Airbnbs to go to the Sheep and Wool Festival. There was some in Woodstock, but it was a little too far away for where we needed to go. So that's why it sounds familiar. And yeah, obviously the music festival. But I was like, I've heard of it more recently because we were in near Kingston, which is not that far away from there. Okay.
Oh, and Mona says she used to live near Syracuse, New York. Such a small
Yeah, I
world.
saw it. Yeah, Janine's a wonderful lady. I got to meet her. She's one of Donna at Handmade by Ying, some moderators, and I got to meet her and pretty much the rest of her crew um, at QuiltCon this year, which was really fun. That was so much fun going to QuiltCon and meeting everybody. Like to me, it was like one big meet and greet.
Oh, grew up. I've been to Norwich, Charlotte. I have been to Norwich. I have not heard of Savona, New York. How crazy. But there's a lot of little towns out there. And Janine, what's really funny is Janine and I became friends on Facebook, and we have so many mutual friends. Like she like is friends with one of my coworkers, my old boss. It's so funny. And I will let do you love curves? Is it Joy T? Joey T? Joy? I love curves too. I am curve obsessed. Somebody asked a question that I'm going to defer to Sean. Janet is asking, who are the YouTubers doing Vlogmas? Does anyone know? Do you know?
Oh,
Sean?
there's a lot. I know. Just make sure you know if you're watching anyone that's I don't have a list. No one's given me a list, and that's probably something we should organize next year. Is maybe we should get a list of all the contacts that I know and say, okay, who's doing Vlogmas, so we can put a list out there. I know Stephanie from Stephanie Stitches is definitely doing something. Stephen Bland from Bland Designs, I think, and Stephanie are doing something together. I'll be doing something, but it's only every other day. Amanda's doing something. But yeah, if you have your notifications on your favorite channels, I'm sure there's a lot of them. There's the 12 Days of Quiltmas, which is starting on the 1st, and I think that's Kristen from Scrap Fabric Loves part of that. So Becca's part of that. Beth from Goody Goods. Why is it changing around now? Oh, why am I watching something?
I was just going to say, I think So Blessed by Jess is, and she just wrote that in the chat. I saw
Yes.
You did a little kickoff video. So Blessed by Jess did. That came up in my
Jess is in there. Okay, Laura sent me an email. Perfect for that. Yeah, I don't have a list, but that might be something we need to do next year is have a list so that way whoever's participating, we can put a list out there. But I'm sure December 1st by 10 o'clock in the morning, by the time you all roll out of bed and go to work. Hang on, that's tomorrow.
Donnell's doing something.
Donnell's doing it, yes. See, I'm sorry. My memory is shot this morning. You'll be getting a ton of notifications off YouTube for everybody and their sister who's doing Vlogmas and that sort of thing there as well. So
now you have two reasons to go to Donnell's channel: her giveaway and 31 quilts of Quiltmas. Quiltmas is a tongue twister for me.
Yeah, she's doing a fun thing where she's going to talk about kind of like she kind of drew some inspiration from my Vlogtober thing where I talked about a different quilt. And she told me, I heard it on one of her lives a few weeks ago, she was going to do it in December. And I'm like, that is awesome. Like, I love that she's doing that. So that's going to be a lot of fun to go see what she has in store as well. So Mennonite Farmhouse, I need to learn your name. I'm terrible with names. She says she needs to make a wedding ring quilt for my niece and have the AccuQuilt die for it. I'm nervous because I haven't done curves except for necklines and shoulder seams on the dresses. I find the key, and I'm not a huge fan of curves either, but I find the key is having a good die. If you can get the stuff where it all goes together nicely, curves are so much easier. So the fact that you have the AccuQuilt dies, I think, in theory, and I haven't done it, should make your life a lot easier. I got this set of templates for curves for an old 1800 style quilt at a show a couple of years ago. And that's the only time I've ever been successful with curves is because those die, the templates go together so nicely. So I think you'll be in good shape.
I've never done a wedding ring quilt, but if it's what I find to be extremely helpful in my sewing of curves is folding the fabric in half and ironing of both like the curved piece and the piece you're sewing it to. And so then you can put a pin right in the center. And so you know that if at least you get that center right, if anything else fiddles a little bit, you're on the right track. In the very last video I did, there's chapters on the bottom, and I'm pretty sure I have a chapter that's like you can skip right to where how I like to iron and put my pin my curves together if you've never done anything like that. But that I've done a lot of curves, and that's my favorite method to do that. So if that helps.
Awesome. Yeah, any tips you can give on, and if you want to do some videos on curves, I think you'll get a lot of people very, very interested in that, because I think it's something that a lot of us, myself included, struggle with. I tried to make curved piecing for an ice cream quilt for the state fair a couple of years ago, and I tried and I tried and I tried, and eventually I gave up and just did applique. That's kind of my backup plan, because I can do applique as well as most. That worked. I got third place.
It's not that much different than what you were saying at the beginning of the live with about your free motion quilting. Is you have to just, you practice and you get rid of your perfectionism, and eventually now I've sewn so many that it's really no different. I actually get more nervous about a flying geese than a curve, because I've done more curves than flying geese. So practice.
It's funny you talk about the flying geese too, because that was something that I was always worried about. I didn't really do any until quite recently, in the last couple of years. But the nice thing is, like, I got so proficient at half square triangles, from the cotton cuts and some of the other projects that I've done over the years, that by the time I got around to doing, if you can master half square triangles, flying geese are pretty much the same thing, to me at least. So if you can do that, then you're in good shape. Let me just show you this real quick before I get distracted. All right, where did you go? Hang on, we'll do the big screen thing since there we go. So we've done that at the top.
That looks great.
And then I've done some curves here in the white spots right there. And then we've done some curve piecing down the bottom. And then I'm going to do some more stuff for the green, but we just didn't quite get around to that today. But maybe we'll do that on a different live. That sort of thing there, but that's okay. All right, hang on. Now I've got to go put this back to where it needs to be. There we are. Now
I've never done a double wedding ring quilt, but now I'm interested. And
yeah, it's something I've seen. I haven't done one yet. But we'll get around to that at some point. Okay, so Leanne is.
Oh, go ahead.
Leanne is the name of the nice lady at Mennonite Farmhouse. So I'm going to try and remember that. And she's got she has some great videos there as well. So go check out her channel. I think, what link do we have for her?
I don't know, but a slow cooker cinnamon roll casserole sounds is making my mouth water.
Oh, farm. Okay. That's what we have for her. Okay. All right. Jan says she has to go to bed. It's busy. It's 10:30 where she is. Okay. Well, thank you for hanging out for that. Okay. Oh, there she is. Janine's here. We were talking about you a few minutes ago, and she's now here. So good morning to you.
We were just talking about what a small world it is and how we have mutual friends.
Yeah. And that I enjoyed meeting you at QuiltCon and everything else. You can go back and watch, but it was nothing bad, I promise. So, okay. Andy said she started the DWR. Someone tell me what that is.
Double wedding ring.
Oh, thank you. Okay. My quilting.
They've been chatting about it, so I've been following along.
Okay. It's buried in my closet. I feel better about curves now, so it's time to tackle that unfinished object. It was funny. Like, I had an email yesterday. I'm pretty good with shipping terminology, and this nice lady, she said, I need this, whatever it is. And I'm like, I have no clue what you want. But I said, I'm sitting there thinking, okay, it's either this document or this document. So I just sent both to her and I said, okay, I don't know what you want, but here's what I have for you. She's like, oh, that's what I needed. I think I'll just save an email. So, okay. Yeah, that's true too. Jody says, I'm pretty sure if you can do the quilt behind you with the curves, you can do a double wedding ring quilt. I totally agree with that. I think you'll have no problems.
And yes, the quilt behind me comes in 40 by 40 and 64 by 64 is the pattern. So I just had to check because I couldn't remember.
That's awesome. Okay, so we're getting ready to head out in a few minutes because it's 9:25. We like to finish about 9:30. So do you have anything going on in your little corner of the quilting world? Because are you doing Vlogmas?
I'm not doing Vlogmas, but I do go live every Thursday at 9. And I think I'll try to do my own little giveaway this week because you guys are the best. And to celebrate my 1,000 subs. And no, I'm just going to be going live. I started a new little series this week I think it was this week I posted it, where I bought the Encyclopedia of Pieced Quilt Blocks. And it's such a fun book that I'm using a random number generator to create blocks out of that. So I'll probably try to post another one in December, and I'll just be enjoying watching Vlogmas and preparing for the holidays. So, and I just, thank you again, everybody. This has been a wonderful day and I can feel the love.
Yes. And then what's your number at? Because I can only see it's 1,000 now, because once you get to 1,000, we can only see it in increments of 10.
1,004.
All right. And you'll probably see more people subscribe throughout the day too. We tend to see, a few throughout the event, and then as people watch the replay, because we're on before the crack of dawn in some places, go on and that sort of thing there. So congratulations once again for hitting 1,000. I'm so excited for you. Good morning to Miss Terry. It's good to see you as well. She said she got to catch us live for once. She catches in the tail end, but it's so good to have you here with us. And go back and check out the replay and see what other craziness we got up to.
Yeah, and I guess I also would like to say thank you, Sean, for hosting that giveaway, and Donnell for her giveaway. And oh my gosh, I am so sorry. And was Andrea who gave away the pattern?
Yep, you got it.
Just thank you so much, everybody. I just really
we have a truly great community. The viewers, the other content creators, we all just band together. It's like we have like a little quilt gang. But we're a good gang. We're not the ones that go out and club people and that sort of thing there. We're a good quilt gang, so I'm so excited. I get excited every time I see someone get close to 100 to 250, 500, 1,000. When they get to 5,000, when they were behind me at one point, and now they're like 10,000 ahead. That's fine. I really don't mind, because we're all on our own journeys. We all have a wonderful time, and we just enjoy quilting together. It's a great, like you said at the beginning, it's a really nice place where we can all just get together and talk about quilting and not bug the heck out of family members who just don't enjoy it as much as we do.
For sure.
So let's see. For me, I have my podcast tomorrow morning, and then Tuesday morning, keep an eye out. Make sure your little bells notification thing is working. You might want to turn it off and back on again if you haven't seen anything from me recently, because sometimes YouTube likes to turn them off for whatever reason. Because we're going to have a fun event. It might be a type of Vlogmas for me. That I said I wasn't going to do Vlogmas, but maybe I changed my mind. But I have something fun anyway, and you'll want to be part of that. You don't want to delay watching that too long, and you'll find out more about that why later on. My wife has a premiere tomorrow evening at 5 p.m. Eastern. She's going to kick off her Vlogmas, and it's a knitting themed one. So if you like knitting or you just like looking at pretty yarn, you can, she'd love you if you go watch that as well. And she'll be doing a knitting themed giveaway tomorrow evening as well. So that'll be fun there as well. Absolutely. Andrea says together we all grow. I'm a huge supporter of that. So, and then, so we'll have some fun stuff going on over in my part of the world. Tasha always has wonderful videos. I love her shorts, especially. She does a wonderful job of shorts. She needs to give me lessons because I don't do it as well, but that's okay. We all have our own talents. So let's see. Susan says Dawn hasn't appeared yet here on the West Coast. No, it should be there soon, hopefully, for you. Depends on what part of the West Coast, because, that was one thing I noticed. Like, I'm on the east, like near the coast, and the sun rises a good 45 minutes before, like, even though in the same time zone as Louisville, Kentucky, which is where Brenda is, it rises and sets a lot later there. We got there when we got there the first night, it was like 9 o'clock at night, and I was like, I don't know if we're going to get to the house before the dark so we can let the dogs out, and it was still late till like 9:30. That was freaky to me because I'm not used to that. All right, anyway, enough rambling from me. I'm going to say good morning to everybody, or good evening for anyone that's still watching from the evening part of the world. Thank you all again for showing up today. I love seeing the interaction with everybody. If you did enjoy the video, I'd love it if you hit that like button. It does help me and the channel out with the analytics and algorithm and that sort of thing there, because it helps YouTube know that you are enjoying the videos. You can only subscribe once to the channel. Unless you have a second account, then you can do that as well. But you can like every video, and it does help us out. That's why we always push the, please like the video thing. It's not just because we want to see 1 million hearts. It actually does help us out. So there we go. I'll be back tomorrow morning. Check that out. Come visit Amanda tomorrow evening on a premiere. I'd love to see 1 million people show up to that. She'd be ecstatic if that happens. And then also go check out Tasha's channel. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and take a look. And if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button as well. I hope you all have a great day. Happy sewing, and we'll see you all soon. Bye.
Bye.
As soon as I find the end stream button. Okay, we're really saying goodbye now.